Hey guys, so I want to read you guys a definition and then I want you to listen to this story. Okay, first, the definition: vaccine. Definition of vaccine: a substance a substance used to stimulate the production of antibodies and provide immunity against one or several diseases, prepared from the causative agent of a disease, its products, or a synthetic substitute, treated to act as an antigen without inducing the disease. So, what we got here is that it's a substance that should provide immunity against a disease. Okay. But the CDC did kind of change a little bit of their wording of the definition for a vaccine. So, I'm going to read to you real quick, even the CDC's definition. Not even they changed. So, I'm looking at a article, and because the social media was going off, that they changed the words. So before the change, this definition in the CDC's for vaccination read: the act of introducing a vaccine into the body to produce immunity to a specific disease. Now the word immunity has been changed to protection. So basically, like they're saying that it stimulates a person's immune system to produce protection from a certain disease. Okay. All right. Now keep that definition in mind, and I want you to listen to this.
And in a lot of cases, that was the case. In my case, it was totally different. I had 103-degree fever every night, woke up with chills and pool of sweat, headaches were massive, coughing profusely, and it got to a point that right before New Year's Eve, I was in the hospital New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. That's how I brought in the new year. And they told me, had I not been vaccinated, I wouldn't be here. That's how bad I was. I had pneumonia in both lungs. My liver was bad, and it ravaged me to the point where even now I have to monitor my volume. Got to get in the gym every day, walk before you run, and work your way back because I'm still not 100% with my lungs, but I'm COVID negative and all of that stuff, and I'm on the road to recovery. But if it wasn't for several doctors like Dr. Booth, Dr. Spivak, Dr. Charno, and others, I wouldn't be here.
Just gave you the definition of vaccine and vaccination. It is to provide immunity or at least some sort of protection. What this man has described to you is not immunity or protection. It is suffering with taking a vaccine as well. Okay. These people had the nerve to tell him if you didn't take the vaccine, you would be dead. You would have died. No, Stephen, I'm glad you got to the hospital when you did, because that's why you would have died if you didn't go. All right. Because your lungs would have continued to fill up with water until you would have drowned in your own secretions. Or maybe your liver would have stopped helping with blood coagulations and you would have threw a clot somewhere in your heart or your brain or your lungs. Okay. And so this is not me poking fun at Stephen A. Smith, because what we have here is an epidemic of people who are so tribal, are so loyal to their quote unquote principles, or to this, like, I guess this narrative of like, if you're not vaccinated, you're a bad person. I mean, as much trash as he did talk about Kyrie for not getting vaccinated, this is how he feels. Like, if you're not vaccinated, then you're a bad person. Come on, it's just a shot and all that. So at this point, instead of eating crow or taking both feet and just shoving them in his mouth, he has to come off and say, thank God for the vaccine, or else I would have been dead. No, well, actually, didn't even say thank God. They just told him you would have been dead had you not been vaccinated. Let's real quick: 103 fever, sweat, coughing, made it all the way to the hospital, pneumonia in both lungs, had the bad liver. Now he has to rehab, but hey, he's not COVID negative. Excuse me, but I'm COVID negative now, because thank God. I mean, I almost lost my life. I almost lost my liver, my lungs, but I'm COVID negative now. And I have to rehab. Yeah, he's going to the gym, walking before he runs. He has to take it slow. Now, what I really believe happened to this man is not that he just got COVID. Okay. Mind you, it's supposed to be an Omicron variant that's supposed to be so mild, but he's vaccinated and he got a severe case of They would say COVID. I'm saying antibody-dependent enhancement syndrome, um, because clearly his antibodies went crazy and started to attack him. This is why you get situations where like you get really sick and you get sick fast. Your lungs is taking over. It becomes like a systemic thing. His his liver was already being touched. It becomes systemic. And the man has to be in rehab. This is how sick he got. His antibodies went into overdrive, you could say. That's not safe, but I'm glad he's okay. And like I said, I'm glad he went to the hospital. But we gotta stop the vaccine. If you still holding on to that, nope, there's not enough money in the world. There's not enough anything in the world. This is the time when we say it didn't work. We need to start thinking like that, like it didn't work. And I truly believe while he's talking like this, that he actually realizes, like, when I sound dumb, it is the vaccine didn't work. The vaccine did not save your life. You let it go. It didn't work. Okay. At least say, well, for me, it didn't really do what it was supposed to do. I'll even give you that. People, y'all cannot, but the people who watch this really believe this. I see this where people say, well, it's to keep you from what now? The man made it all the way to the hospital. People need to have their eyes open. I suggest, please share this video. Please share this video. I'm trying to keep it brief. Please share this video because I actually feel bad for him. You're sick, you're scared. He's still scared because he's still frail, like he's not quite himself. And then he has to still stick with this tribal thinking of the vaccine helped me. You're not a bad person just because but these people think again that they did something. I guess it really is a hard reality to come to. Like, I put myself at risk for literally no reason. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I was like, are you serious? In the middle of all these symptoms, he really dropped off. But they told me that the vaccine, if I didn't have it, I'd have died. Are you kidding me? This is not even to be played around with. This is what happens when public health fails people, lies to people, makes money off of people. You get people like this who should be smart and know better. Look at the guy. Look at his face. He should know better. But instead, he still is sticking to a narrative on something that has not helped, that is not doing what it's supposed to do. Anyway, I just wanted you guys to see this. Share this video, yo. Like, people, it's okay. You didn't make the vaccine. It didn't work. You're not, listen, guess what? I'm going to even go better. You're not a Trump supporter. If you say it doesn't work, you're not racist. If you say the vaccine doesn't work, it's okay. It's okay to have a clear assessment of the fact that it did not work. It does not make you a bad person. All right. All right, guys. I'll see you at the next video. Bye.